everyone, welcome back to Link's Awakening. As you can see, we're now in the next dungeon, Dungeon 5, which is definitely one of the better ones in the game, I would say. Has a nice level of challenge in it. And it's very unique in a certain way, which we'll cover in just a little bit. It also introduces these actually no, it doesn't. They were in Dungeon 4, weren't they? Yeah, they were. Well, like, they're all over the place in this one, and they're such a pain. Because, like, you can only hit them from the back, and it's really, really hard to do so, because their AI must just be, like, really, really well programmed, because whenever you go near them, they turn away from you. They're the only enemies that are, like, so responsive like that. But yeah, there's a room to my left, which I'm going to have to come back to in a little while. Can't really do anything in it for now, so just grab this key, save warp back to the entrance, and this is going to let me unlock the upper half of the dungeon. Well, it's more than a half, but whatever. So, the way that this dungeon is really unique is that the mini-boss kind of follows you, or no, you're kind of following him actually. You follow him around the dungeon. This is him in here. He's a skeleton guy, so I'm just going to knock him out of the air right away. And this phase takes 3 bomb arrows to kill. You have to fight him 4 times, and the 2 middle phases only take 2 bomb arrows for some reason. But the 2 ones at the end, the first one and the last one, both take 3 bomb arrows. So what's really cool about this is that if you open this chest, I'm going to let it read this text. I've got what was inside this box. Come and get it if you can. Master Stalfos or whatever. So that's the guy that we were just fighting. He actually took the dungeon item and he's taken it with him. So that's like the sort of gimmick of this dungeon. You have to go around and find him and get back the item. So this room in here is pretty useless. So yeah, I really like that. I think that was quite a good idea. I've never seen it in any of the other dungeons, I don't think, in any Zelda game. But here he is again, just same thing, only 2 bomb arrows this time. Really, really does make quick work of him if you use those. Alright, so that's 2 out of 4 done. The third one is actually just up here. I know I'm kind of going through these really, really quickly. In a standard playthrough, it would probably take you a bit longer to find them. The dungeon actually is a bit, a little bit confusing. I can activate that gel without having to actually move the block, just by walking right up to this corner. So, 2 bomb arrows again. And again, the room to my left is useless. I think it's got like the compass or the dungeon map in it, or the owl speak. Either way, it doesn't really matter too much. So I can just head down here. And there's a little secret underwater. If you just hold down left when you go in here and keep holding it, you should always get a nice damage boost. Oh well, I didn't get it. I guess I'm wrong. Or whatever. I'm going to go up and kill this guy, because these things always give you hearts when you get them in the underground, so... okay. I do want that thing to die now, just as punishment. Alright, so if you, like... I did this in Dungeon 4, but, like, if you come over here and touch the wall, he just sort of sinks right through the water really quickly. So normally you're supposed to use a dungeon item to pull this little ladder thing directly below Link across. It is possible to skip this with a well-timed jump with the Pegasus boots. It's a little bit hard to do. Definitely one of the harder jumps to make in this game. But yeah, if you get across like that, you can just get the dungeon key. Dungeon key, the boss key. So I've still got to fight that Stalfos guy one more time. I know exactly where he is. He's back at the... like the first place where I got the first key. That was actually quite good. If I got that kind of manipulation in a speedrun, I'd be very happy. One thing that annoyed me about the Oracle games is that this little theme that plays in this kind of section here was taken out, but the other cave theme was kept in it. I thought that was a bit of a downgrade. Ugh, I'm gonna just kill some of these actually. I really like the way Link's tunic looks right now. I think that's one of the better looking ones actually. Just look like he's overpowered or something. Anyway. Here's the final version of the Stalfos guy. This time it's going to take 3 bomb arrows. And that's him dead. And rather than leaving behind like a fairy or whatever, he actually leaves behind this item here, which is the hook shot. This is going to be really, really useful for the rest of this run. Now, it's important that you don't save and quit as soon as this text disappears. Like, let me just demonstrate it. See, if I were to save and quit right now, I wouldn't have the hook shot. You have to wait for Link to put it away, and now it would work. But I'm going to just equip it. And you can test that by pausing instead of bringing up the save and quit menu. You'll see that it doesn't actually put it in his inventory until he puts it away. Which is kind of annoying, that screwed me over a couple of times. Anyway, the hook shot makes these enemies a lot easier, you can just kill them in one hit. Although I'm sure, I thought it like pulled their mask off of them, that's kind of weird. I guess if they're facing you directly, it'll pull their mask off of them. So in this chest here, there's like a lot of money. I think it's like 200 or something. Yeah. And that's going to be the last time that we're going to have to bother with money at all in this game. We now have enough for everything that we need to do. So with that done, it's actually already time to head to the boss. Now like I said, you know, I've simplified this dungeon quite a lot by doing things out of order. Normally you would need the hook shot to get the boss key and all that, and it would make it quite a bit longer than it is when I've just done it just now. Oh god, getting my ass handed to me. 3 hearts left, don't really like that. Anyway, you're supposed to take these stairs from like another part of the dungeon, whatever, it takes like a year to get it. And you come out and then you can get past that key block. I don't even have another key. Because one interesting thing about the hook shot is that if you use it while standing between 2 pits, you know, there's like a little tiny bit of land, kind of, that you can stand on. If you use it while standing between them, he won't actually fall in. So what I can do here is jump up. Yeah, okay. Jump up, face right, and use the hook shot. Only the idea is to not suck at it, and if you do that... Oh, well, I guess we're never actually going to find out. But yeah, you can just... No, I can't get it. I actually can't get it. Wow, this is really, really bad. I'm going to die. Why can't I get it? Like, it's not even difficult. Yeah, I'm going to die. I'm dead. Wow. Although, interestingly, that death won't actually count towards my total number of deaths because I saved and quit during it. But I swear to god, like, that trick is not difficult at all. That's the first time I've ever actually screwed it up so badly, if you can believe that. Well, whatever, it's really not a big deal because I've already done everything else in the dungeon, so just a quick trip back to there. Should probably just be more careful not to take damage from, like, the enemies there. I think I'm just gonna kill them this time. Yeah, be careful not to take damage from the enemies, he said. Alright. So, let's just do it really quickly and get it over with. I'm really confused right now, like I don't know why it's being so difficult. There, got it, Jesus, it really isn't difficult at all. So I can just put myself across here like that. And we're already at the boss, so jump in. Pause to skip the text, bring up the sword, and it gives Link this nice red tunic, which I think is a little bit different from the typical red one. It looks a little darker. I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining that. So this boss is going to take 8 sword slashes to kill. Hopefully I can 2-cycle him. The maximum you can do per cycle easily is like 5. So it's going to take 2 cycles regardless. Okay, so I got 4, which is totally fine with me. Okay, that was a really, really good fight. I cannot believe actually how well that went. Be very, very happy with that in a speedrun. So I can just stand up here, and another use for the hook shot is that you can just bring items towards you like that. So let's just get the feather and the boots out, because that's what I'm going to be needing right now. I can just run up and get the wind marimba, I think this one is, yeah. Okay. So now that that dungeon is done, just trying to think where I want to go next. I can go back and see the fisherman, actually, the one that I gave the fish hook to. Because he's actually got something else for me now. And yeah, Link is still visible, even though he should be invisible right now. So Marin was, I don't know what the hell she was doing there. She's a weird animation whenever you come out of a dungeon. Okay, so I can just head back down here. I'm just gonna make sure I'm properly under it and just batter the A button until he gets out. Okay, so I'm gonna swim back around the dungeon. I feel like at this point I'm pretty much just narrating what I'm doing. It's kind of like you're seeing and hearing the same thing. I don't know. So head back in here, and the mouse guy is here now, so I can talk to him, and we all know what this means. There's going to be a nice photo coming up. Kind of annoying how they speed the music up here to make it seem like it's going fast, when in actuality it's going really slow. I feel like that was Link asking to take a photo of it. mean, it couldn't have been the fisherman, because he thought he was like a fish or something like that. The photo guy wouldn't refer to himself as photo guy, but Link doesn't usually talk. Anyway, yeah, let me just show something off. If you come out of here and during the transition you hold the button for the feather, he'll jump right away, so you can just jump straight onto the ledge. Saves quite a lot of travel time. So I can pop across here, and I can complete the trading sequence right now. You have to press A at this thing, by the way, you can't just run into it. That had me stumped for a little while when I was younger. And here's the magnifying lens. This is going to be honestly only useful for, I mean, it's 100% run, so I would have to get it anyway, but like, it's only going to be useful for getting one photo, because, yeah, I mean, I think like the main point of it is to figure out how to do the windfish egg or whatever, but I don't need to worry about that, because I already know the route for that anyway. That's enough rambling. So where do I want to go now? I want to go back to where the ghost's house was, because there's another secret seashell in there that I can easily collect. And there's also something else on the beach that I can pick up as well, which is really cool. It's going to save a lot of time quite a bit later in this run. Alright, let's get the boots back out. Okay, so we're going to see how annoying Marin can actually be here. Every time you break a pot, she's going to call you a bad boy. So I'm just going to pick this up. I'm going to be careful not to press A too much here, because for some reason you actually are able to throw things during text. So just leave with it. Okay. So I'll just get the bomb arrows out. And I'm going to swap for the ocarina on A and the shovel on B. It needs to be on B, because when you talk to this guy, he'll offer to trade you something for what you have on B. So we'll say yes. And we have the boomerang now, which is orange in Link's hand and red on the inventory for some reason. And I'll just play the song too. No, no, I shouldn't have faced him. No, not going to return it, man. It's mine now. Yeah, he doesn't care. Whatever. Alright, so Mambo's Mambo. We're going to head towards the place where you get the third and final ocarina song now, which is just south of here. So I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need this. Yep, not much to say right now, just travelling the same path that I've done 30,000 times already. Okay, so I can get the boots back out actually and make this a little bit quicker. One thing that I always found weird about the transition from this game to the Oracles is that they moved the little bar thing at the bottom with your hearts and items and all that on it. They moved it to the top, which doesn't really seem to make much of a difference in terms of like how easy it is to read or whatever, so I don't really know why they did that. So you start with this thing and it tells you just where to go, and you have to read them in order. If you read one in the wrong order, or if you go off the screen on accident, then you need to start from the beginning, which takes forever, so obviously we don't want to do that. This is kind of a fun little challenge, I guess. I mean, it's not really a challenge. I suppose figuring out like how to get to this one is kind of a challenge. Alright, so we'll get the boots back out. I'm just going to keep the bracelet out because I know I'm going to need that in a second. It doesn't matter though if you like fall inside a hole or something like that. As long as you stay on the same screen, it won't reset. So you'd have to worry about dying or anything. Okay, so we're almost done. I think there's like 3 more signs or something like that. Yeah, it should be 3. Also, make sure you don't read the same sign twice in a row. If you do that, you are like gonna have to restart, which really sucks. Also, if you were to exit the screen right now, even though this thing has appeared, it would disappear when you came back, so we'll just talk to these clowns, and they're gonna give me the third ocarina song after a really, really, really long performance. For only 300 rupees, wow. Definitely not worth the money, as we're about to find out over a very, very long cutscene. Yep. I feel like this is definitely not showing up correctly on the video. I'm just looking at it in the thing that I'm recording with, and it just seems to be flashing black in normal. In the actual game window, it's kind of flickering black in normal all the time, but I guess because this is capturing it like less than... Although it's capturing at 30 FPS, which I thought... No, wait a minute, is it not 60 for this game? Yeah, maybe it is. However, I'm just glad I was able to talk throughout that whole horrible song. Anyway, so... Let's get the ocarina out again. I'm not going to play that song, I'm just gonna warp back there. And the thing that the frog said there about the song making everything feel more alive is supposed to be a hint about what you're supposed to use it for. To wake up the dead rooster, but I'm not going to bother with that. Absolutely no need for it at all. And I can't even get in there anyway, it doesn't let you access where the rooster is if you've got Marin with you. Which is fine with me. So, gonna head up to where the mountain is. Link is a lovely brown colour right now, sort of browny, greeny. Yeah, not very pleasant to look at. This is the second of 3 times I'm going to have to... Well, actually, probably 4 in this playthrough because I have to get that photo again, but... Yeah, you come through this path quite a lot in this route. Come on. So I'll just get the boots back out. I will be getting that heart piece quite soon, actually. I think I'll be getting it in this video. I'll just break it this time. Not worth the risk. So I now have the flippers, which means I don't have to bother doing that trick that I showed before, where you like can infinitely jump across water and just swim right in like that. And the glitch that I'm about to do is one of the biggest ones in this game. It also has one of the biggest chances of failure. I mean, it's not even really that difficult, it's just... Ugh. I don't know, like, it's hard to fail it, but it can waste a lot of time, is pretty much the point I'm going for. Anyway, in this screen here, obviously, looking at it just like that, it looks like there's no way to get across in my current state. You're supposed to have the rooster with you, and when you pick him up, he like flies across, and it's really easy then. Now, I mentioned in Dungeon 5 that when you're standing in between 2 pits, if you like use the hook shot, he won't fall in right away. I'm going to take advantage of that fact. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hook shot and then hold select like that. And when it brings it up, I'm going to pay attention to whether or not Link moves on the frame that it brings it up. And if he does move, then I need to use the hook shot again as I'm coming out of the map screen like this, and then do select again. And if he doesn't move like that, then it means that on the very first frame after that, I can do a jump. So I hope that made sense. It's a little bit hard to explain, but I'll try and get it. It might take me a few tries, so hopefully it'll be clear enough by the end of this. So I'm going to do a long jump across here. Going to pull out the hook shot. Going to spam it. Bring up the map screen. You saw he moved, so come out of that. Hook shot again. Map screen. He moved again. Hook shot. Map screen. He moved again. Hook shot. Map screen. So he's moving quite a bit to the left right now. He didn't move that time, so when I unpause this time, I'm going to hold the feather. I'm going to jump to about here. Same thing. This time he didn't move right away, so I can jump again and just get across like that. That's the rooster skip. One of the more advanced tricks of the game, probably. I'm quite happy that I got it first time. And just like when I picked up the hook shot, you have to wait for that text to disappear before you can do a save and quit, because otherwise the bird key will not appear in your inventory, which is really, really bad. So I can't even go and get the other photo up here right now because I've got Marin with me. The game just doesn't let you do it. She's doing some weird teleporty stuff right now. Look at this. Crazy. So I can just head inside here. And I'm going to want these. Oh, actually, okay, I'll show this off. There's a glitch that you can do here. I've not done it in a long time, so I don't really know if it's going to work. But if you, like, slash up, charge up your sword and then jump off this, I think you need to do it quite far down. It puts you here, then... Yep, I think I just shot myself in the foot. Okay, save and quit. Should put me back where I was. Okay, so I can try again. God, where is it, I think? Yeah, it's like that sort of thing you're supposed to do. You jump with it out. And it's supposed to put you... I don't know. It puts you in like a certain part of it where you can jump off of it and make it to the other side. Like, make it up to here. I'll try it once more, but if I can't get it, then I'm not going to bother. It's not really worth it, to be honest. I think I might be too low down, actually. Yeah, I actually kind of forgot all about this glitch because it's not in the current 100% route. We don't allow it because like it's just like a weird out of bounds kind of thing. Oh, well, almost. But now whatever. I'm stuck like this now. Can I get out of this? No, I can't. Okay, save and quit. This will be the last time that I try it, just because I got so close there. I want to see if I can actually... Nope, can. Okay, whatever. Save and quit again for like the 5th and final time. But all it really does is let you skip one little section, and I need to go and do some of this stuff anyway because there's a heart piece waiting for me down here that I need to collect. Just grab it with a hook shot. There's only 2 left to get in the game, and I know exactly where both of them are, which is a complete lie. I only know where one of them is. But I'm sure I'll remember as I get closer to it. That is actually slightly worrying. I wish I could remember where both of them were. Well, anyway, we're actually going to head towards Dungeon 8, not Dungeon 7, as you might be expecting. Well, actually, no, really you should be expecting Dungeon 6, because I've not even done that one yet. But yeah, we're going to head towards Dungeon 8. It makes more sense to do that one first. It's sort of a better route, and it also means that we can use the item from Dungeon 8 in Dungeon 7 and Dungeon 6. So, and here is the final upgrade. Obviously, it doesn't really matter which order you get these in, but I'm going to get the least useful one last, which is the magic powder. So, no matter how many times I tell him no, he's just going to keep asking me here if I want the more magic powder. So you just have to say yes. There's nothing you can do about it. He's giving it to Marin once again, while Link just stands off to the side. Okay. So I don't really know how useful the magic powder is going to be. Probably not a lot. I think I can use it on the final boss, but there's a way to get around that as well. So, bad equip. Okay, just go for it. So down here, just plant a bomb right on this corner. That'll open up this thing. And in this cave, this is how they sort of made it so that you have to do Dungeon 7 first, because you're supposed to use the weapon that you get in there, which is the mirror shield, to like deflect this and get through it. Not necessary at all. I mean, this trick is a little bit precise, kind of. Not really, but like it's easy to fail sometimes if you're not fast enough. I want a wall clip with this. I'm not confident with that. Wall clip with it. And as soon as I'm on this other screen, I'm going to charge up the Pegasus boots, and when he hits the fire, I'm going to jump to the top left. Like that. Nope, I was too slow, because you noticed there that he got hit twice. You need to do it basically before he gets hit the second time. Like that. Okay, so I managed to get through it. It's not really that hard. Another way you could do that would be to have like a potion with you so that you get revived after you die. That's obviously much slower. Oops. I always pause a screen early here. I think I'm on the screen, but I'm not. So I'm going to pull out... Oh yeah, I forgot actually. You need this to get in the dungeon. That's another use for the song. And she has to make a wee comment about it, of course. Shut up, Marin. Alright, so that opens this guy up. You're supposed to fight him. Not necessary at all. Just stand below him, hold in the Pegasus boots, and Link will just walk straight through him and straight into Dungeon 8. And that's where I'm going to cut it for this video, guys. So, oh, missed the text skip, whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.